Good, happy Friday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Merrimack High School teacher killed in crash. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR.
When we see people, we see their hunger, their courage. We see their dreams. We see the things that built our nation. And we wonder what would happen if everyone had equal access to education. What would they discover? What new worlds would they build? That's why we built a university for everyone. Southern New Hampshire University.
Thank you. Right now, a deadly crash in Wilton is being investigated. Police say just before 3 yesterday afternoon, a car was heading west on Route 101 when it crossed into the eastbound lane, hitting a cargo van head-on. The driver of the car, 29-year-old Nicholas Seymour of Peterborough, was pronounced dead at that scene.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Also, it says a Merrimack High School teacher was killed in the crash Wednesday afternoon in Wilton. Nicholas Seymour, 29, of Peterborough, was pronounced dead at the scene. Seymour, who was in his first year teaching social studies at the school, was involved in a crash with another vehicle at 2:55 p.m. on Route 101, just east of Russell Hill Road. Police said witnesses reported Seymour's car crossed into the opposite lane and struck another car head-on. The other driver was taken to Southern New Hampshire Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. A moment of silence was held at the school in Seymour's honor. Grave counselors were on hand at the school yesterday. Seymour, a 2010 graduate of Keene State College, was also an assistant coach for Franklin Pierce University's football team for the past 4 seasons. He previously spent 8 years as assistant coach for Conville Regional High School football team, and also was a beloved teacher there. A GoFundMe page was established by former students of Seymour's to help support his wife and children. And our thoughts and prayers are with his family. Dozens across Massachusetts arrested by feds on immigration violations. The U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement said 50 people were arrested in Massachusetts on federal immigration violation as part of an operation in several cities and states. Federal officers said the operation, which resulted in arrest of 498 people from 42 countries, force on cities and regions where ICE deportation officers are denied access to jails and prisons to interview suspected immigration violators, or in a place where detainees are not honored. 5 investigates has learned Massachusetts was targeted because of ruling by the Supreme Judicial Court that federal immigration detentions order are not enough for local officers to arrest or hold someone under state law. The Supreme Judicial Court decision said that state and local police cannot detain someone for violating immigration law, which is a civil, not a criminal offense, even if asked to do so by a federal immigration authority. ICE claims the operation prohibits individuals with criminal convictions pending criminal charges known gang members, fugitives, and those who re-entered the U.S. after deportation. Massachusetts had among the highest number of arrests nationwide, with officials making 101 arrests across Los Angeles, 107 in Philadelphia, 63 in Denver, 45 in New York, 33 in Portland, Oregon, 30 in Chicago, 28 in Baltimore, 27 in Orange County, California, and 14 in Washington, D.C. The news release did not release names of people arrested, but chose to provide a summary arrest. In Boston, a citizen of India who entered the U.S. illegally and who was convicted of indecent assault battery on a person over 14 and was required to register as a sex offender. In Lynn, a citizen of El Salvador who previously removed from the United States was also convicted on multiple counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. In Brockton, a citizen of Honduras who was convicted of assault and battery and immigrating a witness. In Warburn, a citizen of Guantanamo with lawful permanent resident status who was convicted of assault and battery of a child under the age of 14. ICE said of the 498 people taken into custody from immigration violations, more than 60% had criminal convictions and 20% were previously deported criminal allies. Navy Secretary Spencer visits Maine's Beth Iron Works. Navy Secretary Richard Spencer is paying his first visit to Maine's Beth Iron Works. Spencer is touring the Navy shipbuilder on Friday at the invitation of Senator Susan Collins and Angus King of Maine. King, an independent, is a member of the Senate Armed Service Committee, and Collins, a Republican, is a member of the Senate Defense Approaching Subcommittee. U.S. Rep. Charlie Pigry, a Democrat, and Bruce Pollica, a Republican, also will be joining them. Shipbuilders are urged to hear about the Trump administration version how to achieve the Navy's goals of a 355 ship fleet. The Navy currently has about 274 deployed battleships forces, far short and its old goal of 308 ships. Gary Cohen says a typical American family earns $100,000 a year. Here's how much they really earn. Economic advisor Gary Cohen told reporters on Thursday that a typical four-person American bring in $100,000 a year would save $1,000 under the Republicans' proposal tax reform effort, which they could use to pay a new car or kitchen. Senator leader Twitter presentation on election interference deeply disappointing. A leading figure in ongoing probe of Russian election interference slammed social media giant Twitter on Thursday for what he considered laxers responding to congressional investigation. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.